Yeah, I think 6 medals from 11 athletes has been fantastic, an absolutely brilliant achievement for the boxers. It's been years in the making. We've been able to keep this team together for a long time. Fraser Clark arrived 12 years ago at GB Boxing, and the McCormacks arrived 8 years ago. We've got the average boxer 6 years in this team. I think the one who's been here the least has been 4.5 years. So it just shows you, with the right coaching and the right boxers with potential and the right support, what can be achieved. And it's been a remarkable journey out here.
And obviously the track and field athletes have had a bit of a slightly torrid time of it.
If I'm honest, I just think the world's been through a really difficult time. The last 2 years, obviously with COVID, look, the reality is preparation's not been great for any of the sports. The training camps that we normally do haven't been there. The tournaments haven't been there. The traveling the world to learn styles and body movements hasn't been there for boxing. That showed in 1 or 2 of our boxers. But I think throughout Team GB, I think being out here, they've all gave it 100%. They've all performed as well as they could. I think I always see a bigger picture. I see lots of talent throughout Team GB in all of the sports. And I think that, it's been challenging. I think to qualify and to come out here and represent Team GB proudly has been a fantastic achievement. Well, Gullah will wander around the apartments and he'll say, "Oh, this bloke's awkward. Oh, what do you think? Oh, he's going to be a nightmare. Oh," and then all the boxers will say, "Oh, you'll win, Gullah. You'll win, no problem. Don't worry about it." And that's what Gullah will do for the next 2 days, which he's done for every opponent out here. Gullah's a phenomenal talent. His brother's a world champion professional. His other brother's a European champion professional. He's somebody that I encouraged to come to GB 15 months before Rio. He was working in Birmingham at a car place. He had a talent. He was already boxing at Birmingham City with my old club, Frank O'Sullivan, who was his coach. So there's a great story there. Gullah missed out on a medal in Rio in his second fight to the Cuban. He certainly hasn't missed out in Tokyo on a medal. He's learned, he's pushed on, and he's been brilliant out here. Well, I've spent 12 years with Fraser. He arrived 3 weeks after I came into position in 2009. Anthony Joshua went past him and went to London, and Big Joe Joyce went past him and went to Rio. Fraser was, what should I do? What do I go pro? It's, and he's listened and he's worked hard, and he's received 2 bad cuts in his bout that he won for the bronze medal. He was really keen to go ahead with his bout in spite of having a couple of cuts, because he wanted to go and test the fighter in the semi and see if he could get through, even though he had a couple of cuts above his eyes that our team doctor was happy with him to go ahead with. Unfortunately, one of the cuts happened in round 3 and the bout was stopped on a cut, but he was performing well at the time. It was really important for him to go through with that bout. The Fury Joshua bout was never confirmed. There was obviously a million interviews done, because it's a huge event for the world that's going to happen at some point. But obviously I have to deal with it here and now, which is the Olympics, and obviously Big Josh has got the Usyk fight coming up, and I'll have 7 weeks with him when I get back, which is plenty of time. So yeah, I'm sure Anthony and Tyson Fury will happen in the future. It'll be a huge worldwide event, but right now we got Lauren and Gullah still in the games. Let's push on. Let's try and get some medals.
And just finally, is there anything else that you'd like to get across that I haven't asked you about that you wanted to communicate?
No, I just think the support has been brilliant.
Sorry, hang on, hold on 1 sec there. Sorry, just had a slight. If you could start that again, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I just think the support has been brilliant that the boxers have received, and I think that the number of years we've spent together, the athletes, the coaches, and the staff, and the friendships that have happened throughout that, and the camaraderie and the trust amongst each other has been remarkable for virtually a decade. And a lot of these came to us as kids, and national champions. Clubs did a great job, but to see them go on and become Olympic level boxers, and we've had boxers, not all have won medals here, to see them go on and compete at the highest level and achieve things and performances has been absolutely wonderful. So we're happy. There's a bit more to do yet, but a brilliant Olympic Games for us so far.